everyone. Welcome to today's Sky Racing Wednesday news. And for Warwick Farm trainer Matthew Smith, he's tried to crack it for his first Sydney Group 1 on Saturday when Fierce Impact lines up in the tab Chipping Norton. The same horse has given him back-to-back wins in the spring in Melbourne, winning both the Toorak and the Cantala, but now he's hoping that Fierce Impact can give him that Group 1, as I say, at Randwick on Saturday. This is a recent trial in his regular race colours, under no pressure from new jockey Brenton Abdallah, getting his first opportunity to ride Fierce Impact in this trial at Hawkesbury. Gave him a good feel. Certainly Matt Smith's reporting that the horse is definitely trained on out of its last run, and they're very much excited about Saturday. It's drawn barrier 6 of 14 is Fierce Impact in the Chipping Norton. Well, having its first run on Saturday for the Anthony Freedman stable is Homesman, of course owned by the Williams family. They are closing down Macedon Lodge, so they've sent some horses to Anthony Freedman, and Homesman lines up barrier 2, which is a perfect draw for a horse that should be bowling along in front.
He's going really well. He had a good jump out at Werribee last week. He's obviously first up for the stable, so we're still learning about him, but he can be a little bit lazy in his work, so we had the blinkers on him this morning, and it was good work. He's first up at the mile. He's got a very good fresh record, and looking at the field, it's obviously got a lot of stars in it with Avilius and Tiako Shark, but we'll be up there rolling on speed, and he's a good, honest older horse. He'll certainly give a sight.
So that's Sam Freedman with the very latest from the Anthony Freedman stable. Comes up with barrier 2. Avilius has drawn 8. Happy Clapper 10. They wanted to ride in a positive manner. Will be interesting. The favourite Tiako Shark has drawn barrier 13 in the tab Chipping Norton on Saturday at Randwick. Well, what a race on Saturday. Also, the Surround Stakes promises to be, and a few of the favourites are drawn a bit awkward. How Romantic is trained by Kieran Maher and David Eustace, and she's unbeaten down in Victoria. She's 4 from 4. A really impressive filly. A big step into a big Group 1 on Saturday at only her 5th start. But Kieran Maher, after watching her gallop yesterday morning with the blinkers on at Ballarat in the Sydney direction, they felt, let's go and have a crack. She's a very straightforward filly. She's drawn barrier 13 of 14, so she will need a good ride from Jai McNeil on Saturday for Maher and Eustace. Also lining up in the race is Long for Tony and Kelvin McAvoy. Missed a start a couple of Saturdays ago when she played up in the barriers. She's had a barrier trial since. She went around quietly, but as you see here, her spring form in Melbourne was really good for a race like this. The only thing, according to Kelvin McAvoy, is she's a bit vulnerable at this trip, given she missed that run at 1200 metres. The main draws here, Flitz come up with 7, Fun Star barrier 14 of 14 makes it really tough, and Liars come up with barrier 2. Long there, just slightly awkward draw, bit vulnerable at 1400 metres, just needs a soft run, probably goes back from that wide draw. And finally, the news has been announced by Chris Waller that Nature Strip will be coming back to Sydney to line up in the Challenge Stakes on Saturday week. Now, it finished just outside the placings, as we know, in the Lightning. Yesterday, the weights for the Newmarket Handicap were released and was given 58 kilos. The owners and Chris have chatted overnight, and they feel that Nature Strip is better suited to come back to Randwick on Saturday week, over 1,000 metres. From there, it's the TJ Smith, and from there, they're hoping to make Nature Strip into a top-class performance at Royal Ascot in the mid-year. It'll be up against Santa Ana Lane and Libertini for 2, but Nature Strip lines up in the Challenge Stakes on Saturday week. That's it for our racing news. Lots more on our social media pages. Stay with Sky right through the week.